What's up, Trader's Edge? It's Mark Sebastian, your only option. And this is your look at the week that was. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about what happened with the S&P 500, what happened with the Qs, and what happened with the VIX. And of course, we're going to take a look at the results of some big earnings and maybe a little talk about the future of those stocks. So with that, let's dig in. All right, well, time's running out. Take advantage of the opportunity to trade with me and Vaz at Trade to Close. If you haven't taken that free offer yet, it ends on Thursday. After Thursday, no more free access to Trade to Close. Join me by clicking this link. So let's take a look at what happened during the week of the 30th. Well, kind of a crazy one. We closed on the highs for the week, but we had a lot of intermarket volatility. If you looked at kind of where we closed on Friday, last Friday we closed 56.34. Friday the 30th we closed 56.48. You'd say, boy, kind of a boring week, but it wasn't. We had a lot of range. On the 28th, the range was the high was 56.27. The low was 55.60. On Thursday, the high was 56.46. The low was 55.90. The low was, 55.83. And another pretty wide day. The low 55.81. The high just off where the close was of 56.51. So we're still seeing a lot of movement during the day, intraday. And so people are asking me, Mark, why is the VIX still 15 if the market is near its highs? And I'm going to show you something very important. If you don't pay attention to this number, it's time for you to start paying attention to it. This number is called ATR, average true range. Average true range measures not just how much we move from close to close to close, but how much is the market moving intraday. And the average true range right now is about 65 points a day for the S&P. Prior to this mess, it was hanging in around 45, 46. So that is why the VIX is still high. It's hard to be short premium because we're getting a lot of movement. Looking at the SPX itself, I would not be surprised if we don't touch early next week a new all-time high and then make some decisions. Qs, kind of different story. They did have a nice day on Friday, but if you take a look at kind of the price action that we've had, it has really been relatively soft compared to the S&P, compared to the Dow. Now, Friday was nice, but the triple Q is the weak link in the indexes. For that to really break out, we need to see it break 484.50. If it can get over there, then it'll maybe make a run at making a new high. So far, not able to do it. Now, one index that I really think is primed for a breakout is the Russell 2000. I'm looking for it to go to the IWM to go to 230. Had an up and down week, basically closed the week where it started, where it closed last week. A lot of chop, didn't go anywhere, but I do think that you're going to see this one move higher. It's another one with a really big ATR. Looking at the VIX, our SVIX strategy starting to really show its teeth. Why? That VIX futures term structure in a really nice contango. Even the back end of the curve is starting to flatten up where we've got the October kink. When I look at VIX, my favorite trade, long January, short October. But coming in next week into the long weekend, I'm expecting the VIX to actually be, normally we expect VIX to be up after a long weekend. I think we could actually see the VIX down. Now, finally, let's talk NVIDIA. And NVIDIA closed the day mildly higher, but, I think it looks soft. I'm looking for it to go to 110. On the other side of that, you have CrowdStrike. Had a pretty nice earnings move. Kind of didn't do a ton on Friday. It did move up a little bit. I'm liking Crowd back to 300. The big winner of the week in earnings was Affirm. Continues to run higher. This one looks like it's going to 50. And then the last major earnings of the entire season was Dell. Dell opened up nicely, closed the day up about $5, back at 115. Let's see it get over the 50 before I get excited. That's hanging around 120. Dell gets over 120. Now we've got some action. I will be back with my next video on the 5 stocks I'm watching very shortly. Stay tuned. All right, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend. Reminder, join me in Vaz. You can check that out in this video. I hope you have a great day. I am Mark Sebastian. I am your only option. Have a good one.